All right, everybody. Brother Blanks here, Black Abolition Movement for the Mind. You know, as you recall, I said this year we were going to be a little bit more proactive about fundraising, doing some grassroots fundraising, and just kind of asking for your support. So, and that's why I'm on here today, to ask for your continued support here at Black Abolition Movement for the Mind. You know, we've been doing this work, and we been committed to it for quite some time, and we try to our very best ability to operate in the spirit. Everything has a code of conduct, so we try to our very best ability to have a good code of conduct, integrity, and ethics in doing this work, whether it be social justice or working with our youth. But to continue to do this work, we need your support. And the ways that you can support us, one way you can support us is you can reach us through our website. There's a donation button at www.BAM4MIND.org. That's BAM4THEMIND.org. Another way you can reach out to support our efforts is through Cash App. That's of course the cash sign BAM4MIND. And if you have any questions about any of that, you can reach out here at 773-510-1713. Also, keep in mind, this week I'm going to be doing a poetry-thon. What is a poetry-thon? So for about an hour, I'm going to be reciting from my book, The Star-Spangled Banner, which many of you know and I shared is a #1 bestseller that you can pick up on Amazon. That's one of the ways you can support us as well. So so just kind of stay in tune, and that will be coming up this week on that poetry-thon that I'm going to be sharing with you for an hour. And as I share with you, if you like to make a donation while I'm sharing with you some of my poetry and some of the works that I've been doing over the years, I'm gonna pull out some of my old to some of the new, and then on the self-help side, there's a self-help side in the book. I'm gonna share with you some of the Q&A on the self-help side as well. So that'll be a poetry-thon that I'll be doing right here and live. So I'll be going live on Facebook, and for you guys to share in whatever other ways and means that in media that I can use. So I'll probably have my multimedia guy here, Joe, with me, a few other people to support on that poetry-thon. You know, as I'm calling it and as I'm deeming it, I share with you, and you know, you share with us and help us to do and continue to do what we've been doing. As I said, in this next 30 years going forward, we just went, 2025 marked the official 30 years that we have been doing this work in the community. And the one thing our youth need to see is some consistency. And we've been trying to provide it and be that here. We've been at this location now since 2010, but been doing the work for well over 30 years. And if you teach by example, you really don't have to say a lot. But I do say a lot because I like to recite and share my poetry a lot. But that's another way that we raise funds. If you like to book me to come out to your special event or occasion, you can do that. Reach us at 773-510-1713. And or if you'd like to take up a sponsorship, we have our Papyrus Son. That is the Papyrus Son of news and poetry. As abolitionists, we don't have silver. You can take out an ad here, quarter-page ad, full-page ad, but also we have sponsorship. Now, sponsorship as an abolitionist organization, we don't have platinum, we don't have gold, silver sponsorship. We have the Harriet Tubman sponsorship. We have the Frederick Douglass sponsorship. We have the Harriet Tubman sponsorship, and we have the King Tut sponsorship. So these, if you want to know more about those different levels of sponsorships and the details of such, call us once again at 773-510-1713. Or you notice in the background here, this is merchandise that we have here. We're located at 801 McAllister Avenue. So a lot of times you might come, we want to be here more, but sometimes we might be out anywhere between Springfield or out in the community garden. But our name and the number is right here up on the marquee. But you can definitely call us, 773-510-1713. You want to make an appointment to stop by, or if you should happen to drive by and here in the neighborhood, you call the number, but usually we're somewhere within 3 to 5 minutes close by, whether we at the Bobby Brumfield Community Garden putting in some work or just out somewhere in the area. So some of the things that you would be supporting with your funds is what we've been doing, writing, and what you'll see in our Papyrus Sun here. You'll see a lot of our young people, their poetry, where they're able to express themselves. Many of them like to see themselves in print. We try to provide that. And we also put forth some very important news and information. One of the things that we're dealing with here in this particular issue is clemency unreasonably delayed is growth and opportunities denied. That's the front page of this particular issue that we are dealing with. So you can take out, an ad with our paper. Also, you can come out and support us. You can come out and support us at our open mic poetry. This is once a month here. Every first Friday of the month. We at 226 North Sheridan Road here, 226 North Sheridan Road here in the Waukegan community at 60085. Any questions? 773-510-1713. Some of the things that you would before I forget, Senator Johnson has been coming out. She came out to our last poetry event. She recited. She was so inspired. She said she's coming back. June 5th will be our next one, and we'll be there from 7 to 9. So she'll be coming back, and she's bringing 60 of her books to give away to the first 60 people that come and to be in attendance. This is a free event to the community. All you have to do is be there, come out and support, buy some of the good food at Mama Jerkin Things. They have some good food from anything from oxtails to jerk chicken. If you're a vegetarian, they got some delicious vegetarian patties, the pies. So, so they're covering all the bases there. So along with that, that's just some of the ways that you can support. Come out, and that'll be from 7 to 9. 7 to 9, June the 5th. Okay? So you can support us that way. Some of the things that you'll be supporting is our mental health advocacy. Mental health is definitely underserved, and it definitely go underserved in our community. So we try to do our best to put forth some mental health advocacy here. In here we have a mental health corner, a mental health section, and that is headed up by a couple of our advocates. That is Raekwon and Sherry Bacon. So those are two of our mental health advocates. And also we have our women meeting. The women we have the women's meeting. You can call. I'm not going to quote that on the Saturday because we have a lot that's going on, but you can call for our women meeting. They meet on Saturdays. I believe it's every second and fourth Saturday. Every second and fourth Saturday, yeah, from 10. That's from 10 a.m. to noon. That's the women's meeting, and then right after that, we have our manhood character development meeting. And part of that manhood character development meeting is where we would take our youth and we help them with getting to know themselves as young men, as well as taking them out, giving and helping them to acquire some basic and fundamental work ethics. Many of our young people, they can get a job, but it's difficult for them to keep a job because sometimes they just don't have the right mental tools to be able to keep the job or the basic work ethics before they get there. So we try to provide that through lawn cutting service or through our Barbara Brumfield gardening, community garden, a number of other things. Uh, just giving them an opportunity to be able to express themselves and more or less just to be consistent at what we do. So if you really like what we got, what we have going on here, and you want to support us, continue to support us, first of all, let me say this here. Let me extend my thanks and appreciation to each and every person who have been supporting us over the years, whether it's been through $1 or $10, whether it's been a dime or whatever the case or whatever you have. I had a lady came here one day that pulled up, and even in her condition, she just wasn't in her best of self, and even struggling in her addiction, she valued enough of what we do here. She reached in her pocket and she gave us she wanted to give us some change, and she refused to not allow me to take that change. And so we we got the change with the change that she donated, told that sister whenever she's ready to come back and see us, because she's been here before. She know what we do here. But I say that to say this: whatever dime or dollar we can get out of our community, we value that a lot more than whatever state or federal dollars that may be there tomorrow and not be there the next day. We see the climate in the atmosphere where everything is being rolled back or taken away. So to receive the support and the value of our community, for me, goes a lot further. Because at the end of the day, we have been consistent for 30 years, long before there was ever a state or federal grant at putting in this work. In the last 3 years, for what we have gotten, it couldn't even match what we put in over it do not match nearly what we have put in over the last 30 years of what we've been doing here in sweat equity, labor, dimes, dollars, and talents. A lot of it has been where we have raised our funds, whether it been through lawsuits against injustice, or whether it's just been going out for booking. So once again, if you like to book myself to come out to speak at some of your events or your special events or whatever the case may be, the number once again is 773-510-1713. We can send out you a booking package. And if it's local or you're not for profit, we can definitely customize that booking package to make sure it's reasonable and fair for you, but at the same time able to secure some funding so we can keep doing what we do and trying to unify our community. As I said, this next 30 years, I want to go into some places and spaces and meet with some people and sit down with some people I haven't talked to in a long time, because in this climate and atmosphere, what we're looking at with the Trumps, the administration, or whatever the case may be, we know our best strength is when we're unified and we look within to win. And we let the Most High and the ancestors be our guide when we can set self to the side, our personal self to the side, and do what we need to do, regardless of our political affiliation or our religious denominations, to see what we share more in common as a people and as humanity, to combat against the evil and the wickedness that have ascended to the very top and the height and the highest seat of this nation. So this is where good men build and bond when evil men seek to do evil, as Dr. Martin Luther King have said time and time again. And as Dr. And as Malcolm X said, we really have to do things by any means necessary in the best interest of survival of our heritage, our history, and our culture that is trying to be eroded and stripped away at every turn, you know? So with that being said, once again, you can support us. Send us something in the Cash App, BAM, that would be the Cash App sign, BAM, the number 4, the mind, BAM, the mind, okay? Let's see, and the website, www.bam, the number 4, themind.org. So if you have any questions on that and you're not able to get through on either one of those, call us. You can make your donations at, you can call us at 773-510-1713 and make your checks payable to BAM, the mind. That's BAM, the mind. You can make checks payable there. And this is a not-for-profit 501c3, so whatever you donate is definitely tax exemptable. Okay? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So yeah, those your dollars, whatever you donate, is can be tax exempt. In-kind donations, you want to volunteer or help out, whatever the case may be, give us a call. We appreciate your support and allowing us to continue to fight the good fight. So as we often say here at Black Abolition, movement for the mind, and as we challenge all, as we aspire to continue to do that ourselves, to continue to read, write, recite, but above all, we can never, ever afford to give up the good fight. Bam.